A guy closes his game after he finished it. Suddenly, he gets summoned inside the game. He wakes up and realizes that he's in the Demon Lord's form. The game's name is Infinity Game. His name is Kunai. He tries to get out of the game, but he couldn't. Suddenly, a girl with injuries approaches him. She tells him to run. Then a monster shows up there. He makes fun of the monster. The monster attacks him and puts a scar on his face. He gets angry, and the scar on his face just disappears. He then kills the monster. The girl gets scared of him because he is the Demon Lord. He asks her name. She tells him Aki. He then asks her where Japan is. She tells him that she doesn't know. He then tells her to take a bath in the river. She takes a bath. He gives her towel and soap. He asks her about the monster's living place. She tells about a place. He asks her to hop on his back because he saw a scar on her leg. Aku tells him her story. In her village, she takes everyone's garbage. Because of that, no one even gets closer to her. Kunai takes her on his back and encourages her. He then asks her to read what he's written. She reads it clearly. He then goes to see the wishing shrine and tells her to wait outside. He sees a bunch of bodies inside. A demon lady welcomes him as Demon Lord. He asks her if she was the one who summoned him. She says yes. And the dead body guys was the one who asked the demon women to summon the Demon Lord. She is a wishing shrine. She gives him a demon ring and turns into dust. He comes out and asks Aku about the closest town there. She asks him if she can come with him. He tells her okay, since she has nowhere to go. Aku tells him that she has to take some stuff from her village. They go there. The village bully starts to attack her with a stone. Kunai's ring unleashes some kind of demon energy. Kunai burns their whole village with his knife, and they run away. She asks him why he is rescuing her. He tells her to not let other people judge her true worth. A girl named Luna coming to kill the Demon Lord Kunai. Kunai sets a base to sleep that night. They both sleep there that night and leave in the morning. Some bandits surrounds the Demon Lord. He notices the bandits. They tries to take him out, but he notices and stops the attack. He thinks that the bandit leader looks like his boss from his original world. The bandit leader calls him old. He gets angry. A guy tries to attack him, but he just flicks him away. Luna shows up and fights the bandits. The Demon Lord couldn't stop his attack. He thinks that because she's at max level, her guards attacks him. He stops their attacks. He gets close to her and gives her a beating on her butt. Luna gives him money to stop the beating. After that, he takes Aku and leaves the place and reaches the Holy Light City. He buys food for them and they eat. They go to an inn and rents a luxurious room for him and Aku. After that, they go out shopping. He buys Aku dress, and they go to eat at a restaurant. They start to eat. Everyone thinks that he's a royal guy. Luna shows up there and yells at him. He asks her to take a seat, or he tells her that he will discipline her. She sits down. They eat. Kunai and Aku leaves the restaurant. He carries her because of her injured leg. They reach the inn. Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. He opens it and it's Luna. She has nowhere to stay. She stays there that night. Luna's sister is coming to get her back. Kunai asks Luna about a person called Cherub. She tells him that Cherub died after sealing the Demon King. Kunai asks another two persons named Ophan and Seraph. She tells him nobody has seen them for years. He remembers the women from before who gave him the demon ring is Ophan. After that, he sells a tea bowl for 1 gold coin at the art shop, and he asks the owner to sell the tea bowl for 5 gold coins. Luna's sister shows up there and calls her out. She comes out and tries to explain the situation, but her sister starts to yell at her. Suddenly, the Satanist group shows up there to kill the Holy Sisters. They both fight each other. The Satanist pours some black magic on the floor. Everyone gets caught in the black magic, including Kunai. He tries to get out, but he couldn't. He opens up his menu and sees there's another option called Change Character. He presses it and a new guy appears in front of everyone. He fights the Satanist himself. He shows his strength and skill to the Satanist. Luna's second sister falls in love with the guy. She asks his name. He tells her that his name is Zero, and he's from the Dragon Kin. After that, he goes back to his normal self. Kunai, Aku, and Luna travel to a new city. Kunai gives Luna a new dress to change. we see two girls, an adventurers, goes to fight the sandwolves. They see a bunch of sandwolves standing in front of them, so gets scared, and they starts to run. Kunai steps out of the wagon for Luna to change her dress. He sees the two adventurers running from the sandwolves. He realizes that needs to fight monsters to gain skill points. So, he interferes with their quest and kills all the sandwolves. They recognizes Kunai as the demon lord from the wanted list. They leave the desert. He gains his skill point. Now, he can summon one person from his underling. He summons a doctor named Yu. She is brilliant and dangerous, and she likes little boys. They discuss a few things with her, like giving her a hospital, and he orders her not to kill anyone. After that, he introduces her to Luna and Aku. He tells Yu to take care of Aku's injured leg. She does her thing and cures Aku's injury. Kunai and Aku go for a walk to check her leg. He appreciates Yu. She starts to like Kunai, the demon lord. Next stop, they reach Luna's village. This village has been given to her, but she didn't do anything for the village. Kunai decides to build the village on his own. He meets bunny peoples there. The people say that they don't have water for farming, so he uses his skills to provide water from a dry well. Then he gives them fertilizer for farming. The second sister of Luna tells her first sister that she is in love with Zero. They all go for dinner. Kunai meets a woman named Butterfly. She has more influence. She knows higher officials. She is a businesswoman. He gives her a soap and tells her to give it a try using the soap and sell the soap for him in the market. He tells her that he's going to develop the village on his own. Suddenly, the whole place shakes. The Satanist group starts to attack the city. Kunai goes there to stop them. The two girls from before on the desert are fighting the Satanist group. They get attacked by the Satanists. Kunai comes in and fights the Satanist group. One of the Satanist members summons a demon devil. Kunai fights the demon devil and destroys the demon devil like it's nothing. The villagers appreciates the demon lord Kunai. They all tell him that he's a good demon lord. A clown guy comes in to kill Luna by performing magic comedy. But Yu is there, and she actually did cut his arms and replaces them. And then she fixes them. She threatens him that if she ever sees him again, she will definitely kill him. The second sister fights the monsters. We see another two S-class adventurers fighting the Satanists. The Satanists summon a high-level demon guy. The second sister and his soldier comes in and fights the demon guy. The S-class adventurer joins the fight, and they both fight the demon guy. After a while, they lose the fight. Kunai changes his character because he doesn't want to get mingled with Luna's second sister, because the both sisters are arrogant. Zero comes in and fights the demon guy, but the demon guy kills a girl and takes her power. Zero brings her back to life. The demon guy transforms into a big monster. Now, Zero fights the demon guy and kills him with one power punch. The little girl's name is Tron. After that, Kunai meets the first sister of the Holy Sisters. He says that he will become successful. He asks her to use their library. He takes Aki to the library. He reads a story for her. They leave the library. Kunai senses something and goes alone. There we see the Tron girl. She knows that he is Zero. She asks him to turn into Zero. He tells her to obey him in exchange for seeing Zero. He introduces Tron to everyone. Luna senses she's evil, but she accepts her anyway. They teleport to the village. He builds a hospital for you and tells her to collect more money from the rich and less money from the poor. He builds a hot spring resort next to the hospital. Kunai summons a new guy named Tahara. Then he explains about the situations to him. He gives the whole village responsibilities to Tahara. Kunai goes to the art shop again and sells his musical box for 15 gold coins. He goes to the dress shop and asks the owner to make dresses. Meanwhile, Tahara takes care of the hot spring resort and the bunny girl's costumes. Kunai calls the madam women. She visits him and she brings a blind old man. The old man feels sad about his blindness. Kunai offers him to check his condition at his hospital. He then brings the women and the old man there. Yu checks the old man. She uses some drops on him. Now the old man can see. The madam women pays Yu one big holy coin. We see Luna's flashback. She had a demi-human friend. When she was little, the church people killed him. When she became Holy Maiden, Luna takes the madam to the hot spring resort. She shows her all kinds of facilities there. Yu talks to Tahara about Kunai being a normal guy, but the two accepted it, because he's the demon lord. Kunai meets the two adventurers again. He goes to a bar with them. He asks them about the dungeon, because he wants to collect magic stones. They start to explain about the dungeon. They tell him it's placed on the north. Luna's first sister comes to the village. She thinks that Luna is being controlled by the demon lord Kunai. The bunny girl takes her to the hot spring resort. She enters the men's place. There, she meets the demon lord Kunai. He tries to stay calm. They talk. He takes her back to her castle. The next day, Kunai prepares to go to the dungeon. The demon lord tells Taharu that if anyone harms their village, he should eliminate them on the spot without a doubt. Subscribe.